Now I'm the captain, and all I do is win. Ball for ball, you know I'm the champion. I show you that playtime is over. I let the games begin, salute me soldier. Now I'm the captain, and all I do is win. Ball for ball, you know.
Yo, here we are, Spittin with Spitter. It's Wednesday afternoon. It's hump day. How y'all feeling out there? I'm TJ Spitter. We are live in the building. Let's pay some dues real quick. Shout outs to my Clockwatch family, my Power P family, my Around the Turnbuckle family. Go to the Clockwatch page, click like, subscribe. Go to the YouTube page, subscribe, like. Let's get it in. Hey, if you're out there listening, you're watching, comment today. We're going to read these comments. We're going to get it live today. But now to introduce my guest, he is the CEO of Lit Graphics LV. He's the CEO of Lit Graphics Apparel, the Jacques Brother Company, B Jacques City Productions. He is a singer, a songwriter, a composer, a producer, a multi-instrumentalist, a vocal coach. He is a piano teacher. He is a graphic designer, a photographer, a videographer, an editor, and director. Please allow me to introduce B Jacques City. What up?
Yo, what up? What up, big bro? It's your boy Ben, aka B Jacques City, aka Entrepreneur Extraordinaire. I hope everybody's doing good today. So salute to the avenue, salute to the boulevard. It's going to be crazy today.
Absolutely.
It's all right. It's all right. We're going to make it. We're going to be all right.
It's the Renaissance man is in the building.
Yo, what up, Alan?
What up, y'all? We see y'all. Hello. Salute to y'all. Big shout out to Big Al Boski Around the Turnbuckle, killing it.
Absolutely.
Ben, are you ready?
Listen, I was born ready, bro. I was born
it.
ready. I was gonna say something. I was gonna say something else, but I heard that it was copywritten.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
No. Listen. Listen. Let me tell you something. If you're always ready, you don't have to get ready.
Let me say it like this: if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready.
Absolutely.
Period. Mickey Blue, what up, man? I see you. Holla at your boy.
Yo, Mickey Blue, let me tell you something. I first of all, bro, teacher, let me get this out of the way. Let me pay my respects to the people that came before me and the people that are gonna come after me. I appreciate TJ for bringing me on due to the fact that he only co-signs real ones. So all the people that came before me, yo, salute the people. I know the list for one reason or another. I know what's coming up, and let me tell you something. If you guys ain't tuning in, you guys are tuned out.
Absolutely. Hey, real fast, too, I just want to say to the YouTubers, to the people on the live, I see the subliminal hate. I love it. It fuels me. I would respect you more if you would knock on my door with it.
Absolutely.
But we got that out of the way. B Jacques City, my first question for you is, and we're going to take them through the trials, the tribulations, and how we got here right now, from humble beginnings to entrepreneurship. How'd this start for you?
So me, I was always talking about, getting that money at a young age. I was born in 1984. I'm 36 years old. When Biggie got shot, I was 11 years old. All right. Was I? I was 9 years old. All right. And the thing is, man, he always used to talk about more money, more problems. And I never understood what he meant by that until I turned 25. Right. But I think that when it comes to falling flat in your face, I could tell you, I scraped the bottom of a lot of barrels. It took me for me to fall flat on my face on concrete, and then to find a strong woman to get me out of it as well. That's what took me from almost rags to riches type of mentality. So back in 2000, I want to say back in 2007, I was a raging alcoholic. I was a bottle of Jack Daniels every 2 days, and I'm talking about the big boys. No beer, no nothing, just straight up whiskey. And I had an addiction. and my addiction took over my soul. It took over my mind and stuff like that. And you know, TJ, I know that you right there with me, bro. You already know the mentality that goes behind being enslaved to your own body, right?
Absolutely.
So in 2007 I became homeless, and in 2008 was when I reached the height of my homelessness, and I was suicidal. At that point in my life, nobody cared about, well, I thought that nobody cared about me, nobody respected me, nobody wanted me around. Nobody wants to see a bum with a beard this big, okay, and smelling like halfway to hell. And I found a woman. I found a woman that not just only saw, you know, somebody that needed help, but I think she looked beyond that and she saw the talent behind it, and she invested in me emotionally. Um, you know, give or take 5 years later, I have now one of the largest visual media companies in the tri-state area. I have 28 employees that are employed under me. I am now giving jobs. And, you know, 5 years before that, I didn't think that I was ever going to be in that position. But I think it was my stubbornness to not go back is where it led me to greatness. And always understanding that history can repeat itself if you let it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. How did you overcome your alcoholism, your addiction, so to speak, to progress forward?
God.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about being from the south side of the kingdom for a second.
Are we? Listen, we from the south side. Listen. I'm gonna put a disclaimer right now. I'm gonna put a disclaimer right now. Yes, Jackie, my candy girl. She is my rock, my everything. She is a godsend. She is my angel. So shout out to Candace Jacques, because you know what? If it wasn't for her, I would not be where I am.
And not to interrupt you, but let's shout out Mrs. Spitter too, because the reason why we're in the position we are in is because we have the strongest women behind us supporting every move that we make, and it's very appreciated. And I have so much love toward my wife, my kids, and I know you do as well, man. That's what keeps us going.
That's that. You know what? That's the gasoline in my fire. I listen. I can fire myself up all I want. I can hype myself all I want. But when I look into the eyes of my children and to my woman and to my son, right then and there, I can't fail, bro. That's why I'm like a bull in a china shop when it comes to problems. In you know, I'm that bull, and all the china is my problems, bro. I don't give a crap what it is, bro. I'm gonna resolve it like vanilla ice. Because I'm cold-hearted sometimes. Even though I am from the south side of the kingdom, TJ. TJ, I've known you for 17 years, Papa.
It's about
real,
it,
bro.
Talk about it.
It's real. I met TJ back in 2003. I was freestyling in the park in Forks Township. And then TJ, out of nowhere, he just comes in with his cornrows. I was like, whoa, those cornrows is tight. He's upset. And that's the day that I retired from freestyling.
What happened?
Because, TJ, you killed me, bro.
But what's so dope now is the relationship that we have, right? Here we are.
Bro. You big bro. You're my OG, bro. I mean, there's many times that comes into another segment where being an entrepreneur is you have to revolve yourself around people that make sense.
Absolutely.
So when it came to my business aspect, shout out Vlad Taman, that right now he used to be my boss at T-Mobile.
Word.
Right now,
Vlad's my guy, man.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to that Russian Jew, bro. He be making money, bro. You know what I'm saying? But on the business aspect, he showed me how to talk to people, not to be rough with people, but to kill them softly. You know what I'm saying? And then I had people like you, TJ, where I can come up to you and you would straight up look at me and go, bro, you know you're full of shit, right? Oh, damn. Nah, bro, it's not like that, bro. Listen, I respect you if you're honest with me and tell me what really happened. And then we can find out what the issue is. And I'm like, I can be real with him. So there have been many moments, TJ, even when I relapsed, bro, you were there for me. You were like, nah, bro, don't worry about it. Yo, keep it pushing, bro. Yo, keep going. And that's why I respect you so much, TJ. I'm like I said, man, you a big bro.
Absolutely,
Respect.
bro. And the feelings are mutual, and it's a mutual respect because every idea I throw off of you because of how high I hold your opinion, and your critique, and we keep it pushing as such. And like now people have labeled me the OG. I guess it's because I've been around so long, and I take it and I run with it because like I have some of the dopest spitters in the valley sending me their music to critique it before they drop it, right? I got some of the best graphic artists, you sending me things before they drop it, you know what I mean? Just for the opinion aspect. And it's the dopest thing ever, you know what I mean?
It's because it's valuable.
Absolutely.
What people don't understand, and this is why people, this is why a lot of people get it twisted. When somebody critiques you, it's not because they hate you. It's not because of this, that, and the third, anything negative. It's because they want to put you on. That's why TV shows like American Idol and all these places that they put clowns on stages because they want ratings. Because their mom and dad said, "Oh, Alan, you're a great singer." Or, "Oh, Steven, you're a great singer." Or, "Brittany, you're a great singer. Go and follow your dreams." But you sound like a cat in a Chinese restaurant. You sound horrible. But the people that are real, like people like Simon Cowell, a lot of people hated Simon Cowell, but he'll be like, "Actually, you sound really, really, really bad. And I think that you should go back to washing dishes." And people are like, "Oh my God, he insulted it." You know what? That's not your lane. Get out of that lane. There's too many people that are flying by you. You're gonna cause an accident.
Well,
You know what
It's,
I'm
it's,
saying?
it's the participation trophy award, man. Everybody gets into something and they want to get praised for just making it to the show. They want to get
Nah,
praised for just making it to the dance. And that's why I respect the constructive criticism side of things, is because that's what keeps me pushing and keeps me humble. And like, do you know how many songs I sent out to my brothers? They were like, "Nah, this ain't the one, Chief. You're a much better artist than this."
but let me
Like
ask you a question. Let me ask you a question though. Out of those people that you send the music to, are you really close to them?
all of them.
But why? Why are you close to them if they're telling you that, nah, this ain't the one, bro?
I
Why are you close
because
to them?
I can't surround myself with yes men because it's not good for my spirit. It's not good for just me personally. I can't be around people that co-sign my bullshit. You know what I mean?
It's cancer. It's cancerous. It's cancerous to the ego.
Absolutely.
And I use the term cancerous very, very lightly. I don't like to use that word because I think cancer is a bitch. And my mother, she had breast cancer. My mom is actually she's been in remission for now, I believe, 6 years now. So shout out to Mama Jock that she fought the battle and she kicked its ass. Respect. But going back, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to people that you surround yourself with, listen, I said it in another show. Okay, I was interviewed in another show. You are the average of the 5 people that you hang around. So if
Yeah.
you're gonna hang around with people that are yes men, you're not gonna get anywhere. You're not even gonna gain traction.
No.
Me, I decided to surround myself by, I'm not gonna shout their names out just due to confidential purposes, but I was surrounded by people that were making millions of dollars. And mind you, they weren't I didn't want to learn the process in which I know a lot of stockbrokers. I know a lot of people that live on Wall Street. Okay. I was raised in New Jersey. I was raised in the brick. I was raised in the 973. I'm Jersey boy all day, but I stay in Pennsylvania. But what that taught me is they showed me that you don't have to be successful by doing what they do. You have to be successful in doing what you do,
Right.
what you're talented at, what's your God-given gift.
Absolutely. But here's the thing: when you surround yourself with greatness or whatever you're aspiring to be, that's going to give you the push, right? So like if you surround yourself with 4 gangbangers and you're the 5th one, you're guilty by association. You're going to become a gangbanger, right? So
Listen,
I'm trying to surround myself with 4 millionaires to become the 5th one. You know what I mean?
but you surround yourself by 4 gangbangers, you're gonna get shot.
Well, first and foremost,
That's your life. That you know,
ja-
there's just that's your
jails,
story.
institutions, and death.
And that's not what, as a Latino, I had the opportunity of joining 2 well-known associations from the street life, and I didn't. I mean, I was BMDS by my damn self always. I
Mhm.
was always BMDS. I never thought I never looked it upon as somebody else fighting my battles, because that's the pride that my dad instilled in me. If you're
Right.
going to shoot the fair one, you're going to shoot the fair one. You ain't going to do none of that crazy boy shit, none of that stuff. So my dad is also a very, very, very big influence on my life. Not because he wasn't there, because my dad was always working. My father was never there. My mother raised me. My dad was there. He was at the dinner table, and he was always, on the couch watching the Yankees games. But my man used to work 14 hours a day. I get it
Right.
now. Now I'm 36 years old. I was never hungry, as you
Me
can
too.
see. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? But that's the one thing that my dad always taught me, is that hard work. And I've always been a hard worker. I've always been hustling. I'm like that dude. I'm like that dude from 8 Mile, where he keeps on trying to get Rabbit to go and do this stuff. You're always gonna have that guy in the crew. But you know what? I highly respect that guy in the crew, because he's always doing something to get somewhere. The movie makes it an interpretation that he always, he's always talking that game. He's always talking that fly ship. But at the end of the day, I can't be mad at him, because he was always working.
That's it. You gotta keep. It's about progression. You can't be where you were at yesterday. I tell
Absolutely.
people all the time, like, say whatever you want, but you got to get up real early in the morning and outwork me. You know,
Absolutely.
just
Absolutely.
like me and Mickey was having a conversation. He's like, "When do you sleep?" I'm like, "I catch naps when I can." You
Cat
know,
naps.
cat naps. Like I come, but here's the gifts and the rewards. I come home this morning and my son is putting together this bed frame we got him. He don't need no help. He's just doing it. You know what I mean? And I'm like, that's that hard work, and I see it. And everything he does, he works hard in.
Right.
And those are the rewards to this. You know what I mean? Like,
But
I
here's the thing. Let me ask you a question. Where does that come from, though? Where does that working spirit come from? It comes from you, that he's seen you put in that work.
absolutely shout outs. He also my wife, because we both grind equally. Like there were times like the table never leans. There's times where I was unemployed and she will kill it, and I've seen her work doubles and just go work. And then when it was my turn, I did the same thing. But hold on 1 second, we got Sonny Sativa tuning in. Major shout out, Sonny. Guess who's coming on the show next Friday, baby? I'm looking forward to that one as well.
Yo, Sonny Sativa. Yo, respect, bro.
He's on everybody's list, bro, but we're gonna get to that later. We're gonna get to
Respect.
that. We're gonna get to that later. But is there anything else you want to touch on before we go to the next subject? From humble beginnings to entrepreneurship, is there anything else that you want to touch on before we move on?
Don't stop.
That's it.
Whatever it is, do not stop. So I was on Mulberry Street in Manhattan,
Mm-hmm.
because I used to work in Manhattan. I used to work at Eye to Eye Vision Center. It's no longer there, fortunately. It was on Union Square, 14th Street. Um, I used to go down to Mulberry Street to get some food and stuff like that, and I happened to run into um, an old friend of mine from high school. His father, Mr. Schlesinger. Shout out to Mr. Schlesinger. I haven't heard from him in about 6 years, but at the time, this was back in 2000, and I want to say 2003 two. He at that point he was already 75 years old, so he's probably, I don't know, if rest in peace if he is. But I asked him a question. I said, a Hasidic Jew, okay? I go and I ask him. I said, you know what, Mr. Schlesinger, I got to ask you a question. He goes, Moim, sit down. Let's have a talk. He goes, what do you want to ask me? I go, give me three life lessons as to how you got to where you were. He goes, number one, and this is an old saying, and a lot of people know this, but I'm going to say it anyway. Live for 5 years like most people won't, so you can live the rest of your life like most people can't.
Bam.
That's real.
Bam.
While everybody's trying to cop that Benz, when everybody's trying to cop that Beamer, when everybody's trying to cop that Aston Martin or whatever the hell is trending, that, you know what I'm saying? Get yourself a beater and use it for 5 years, because you know what? In 5 years, you're the one that's going to have the nice whip because you have good credit. You're going to have the nice house while everybody still live with their mama. Your bank's going to be full. So live for 5 years like most people won't, so you can live the rest of your life like most people can't. Jordan is making money off of you so you can look good. He's worth $2.5 billion.
We're moving on because we went off the rails a little bit. Now, my next question for you, bro. What's it like being a Latino male and a pro-Trump supporter?
Right. So this is where it's gonna get. This is where it's gonna get. It might fly off the rails, but it might not. So to all the people that are listening right now, and I appreciate you asking me this, TJ.
I want your opinion.
I really do appreciate it, because my thing is about respect, right? I saw you one day. You were coming in to buy. Oh, shout out to Lehigh Vapor. They're the ones.
Shout out to the vape shop.
Shout out to all the people at Lehigh Vapor in Nazareth, 822 East Suite in Nazareth, Pennsylvania, off of Nazareth Pike. Guys, you know what? You guys changed my life by switching from Newport hundreds to this, and I really, really thank you guys. I love you guys so much. TJ walked into the shop one day, and somebody said something in front of TJ. Goes, oh, you're gonna flip your mask around because TJ's in here? And I looked at young boy. I was like, bro, first of all, don't you ever disrespect me again, bro. You talking out of line, bro. I'm doing my own thing. And TJ goes and says, what do you got on? I said, oh yeah, bro, big bro, I got a Trump mask on. He was like, do you? What the hell why are you switching up because of me? And my thing is, because I respect you so much, and I didn't know where your affiliation was or what your thoughts were on it. So instead of being an aggressor about, visually, I flipped it around because, you know what? I respect you as big bro, and I didn't want to have an off the rails conversation with you. But when you said do you, I was just like, all right, bet. Let's talk about it. And we had a 30-minute conversation. And mind you, you didn't agree. I didn't agree.
Right.
But at the end of the day, we walked away. We dapped up, took a pic for the Facebook, and then we kept it pushing.
Absolutely.
A lot of people don't understand is that, first and foremost, I put God first. Regardless.
Likewise.
I want people to understand that. I put God, Jesus Christ is my savior, and I believe that he did die for my sins, and I'm okay with that because I already got my visa paid.
Absolutely. I'm standing right there with you.
Salute then. We from the south side of the kingdom. We're gonna come with some truth bars. Okay?
Absolutely. People ask me all the time how I got here. I say first and foremost, God.
Gotta pay your dues, bro.
Need help? Try God.
Right. So my thing is the reason why I became a Trump supporter. I think it goes back to my childhood.
Okay.
It goes back to my childhood. I didn't really know, Donald Trump as a politician. I knew Donald Trump as being the businessman.
Right.
Oh, he get bread.
Right.
He get bread. So I want to find out. I want to find out how he get that bread. Oh, real estate. And trust me, you know, we right now I'm working on getting my real estate license because real estate is where you make a lot of money. So might as well get it popping with that. But the first time that I ever wanted to ever get into politics is when somebody came up to me. This was back in, I believe it was 2007, when Barack Obama was running for office. And me, I've always been the type of cat that I don't care who you are, can you do the job? Because if you go to a place to apply somewhere, they go and they say, you go and you look and can you do the job? If you can't do the job, you're fired. If you show up late to work, you're fired. It's all about accountability, right? So the first time I ever realized that, I threw my back up against the wall, somebody goes and says, "Yo, you voting for Barack? You voting for the brother?" I'm like, who is he? I don't really know too much about him. Put me on. In that instance, that person looked at me like, "But you gotta vote for him." I'm like, "Why do I have to vote for him?" They're like, "Bro, he would be the first black president." I'm like, "That's what's up. We need some color in that White House." But when I went and I looked at the rap sheet, right? I was like, "Okay, he did this, that, third." And the other guy did a little bit more of the things that I wanted for this country, not for the country, for me, myself, and my kids. You know what I'm saying? For my wife. And somebody goes and says, "Oh, so you're not voting for Barack?" I'm like, "Nah, I don't like his policies." "Bro, you're a bigot." "Wait, what?" "I'm a bigot." "Bro, you're a white supremacist." "Bro, I'm Latino." Or you call me a white racist? You don't even know who I am. You don't judge a motor by its paint job.
Right. Right.
You know how many people told me that I was a bigot? And I'm like, "Why are you telling me I'm a bigot? You just because he's black doesn't mean I'm gonna vote for him. If he was a black man with policies that I personally agree with, I would have voted for him." So then it switched to now Trump is coming into office and people are like, "Oh, he a racist. Oh, he a racist. Oh my God. He said that Spanish people, all Spanish people are rapists and murderers." I'm like, that's not what he meant. A lot of people take shit out of context. He said that the people like MS-13 and all these coyotes that are bringing people across the border that are raping little girls to get them across the border, those are the rapists and murderers. A lot of people take shit out of context, and I'm not cool with that, TJ. I'm really not.
Right. I understand that. And see, here's the thing, here's my piece with it, right? I don't care who you're voting for. I don't characterize the man's characteristics by who he's voting for. It's your moral compass, it's your heart, it's how you are as a man, you know. We're supposed to have different political views. That's why we vote. If we all thought the same, there wouldn't be any election. That's 100% facts, Mrs. Spitter. And if you could bring up Alan's previous comment, I wanted to touch on that for a second too. Big Alboski said it's amazing that people can still be close with political differences, isn't it? It's rare these days. It really is, because people become so close-minded in their affiliations to who they're voting for, they don't even want to be open-minded enough to listen to a conversation on why somebody that's close to you is voting for a different party. Hey, yo, time out. That's a general sighting. That's a Big Brother Gat sighting. Major salute to you, bro. You coming on? I love you to the max. You already know what it is.
Whenever I see Getz, I'm like this.
As you should.
Getz, Sizzle. I mean, come on, yo. Then we're taking it back. I'm telling you, I met Getz back in 2012. Yo, he one of the realest cats I've ever met in my life. One of the realest cats I remember. Yo, salute Gets. That was for me. That's an early Christmas present.
Yo, I tell you
That's
like this, right? And I do not like talk personally often, but he was one of those. Every time that I was in the booth rapping, that was right there, like, nah, you could do it better. Nah, that ain't it. Nah, that's weak. Nah, we don't accept that here. And it made me raise my pen game to a different level, because now it's accountability, right? You got your people, your brothers that love you and care for you and want to see you succeed. So now you got to work harder on your craft.
right. So yo, that was man. That was an early Christmas gift. Yo, Gets, hit me up on the messenger, bro. When we gotta chop it up. That's one of the that's one of the real people that you want to keep in your corner, because they tell you how it is. And regardless of the fact that TJ and I have differences, regardless of the fact that TJ and I have differences in political views, I'm telling you right now, and TJ knows, because TJ knows I'm real with mines, bro. When shit does hit the fan and I need to protect my family, he is my family. Just so you know, I've got the arsenal. TJ can tell you.
Everybody relax. We need everybody to relax. With that being said, and we're gonna move on, because I don't spend too much time on politics or religion, but we can talk about spirituality, and we can talk about believing in a power greater than ourselves to bring us to where we need to be. But right now, Jacques City, Spittin with Spitter needs to know, being that you're all encompassed in the Valley's hip-hop music production graphics scene, what's it like knowing your worth when others don't?
Oh, so I promised myself I wouldn't get into my personal situations, because my personal situations, yes, define me, but those are my experiences and that's my wisdom behind it. But I'm going to generalize the situation.
Okay.
I work for somebody.
Okay.
I worked for somebody, and I was basically strung along for a year and a half. And I didn't get no pay. When I'm talking about TJ, you know my quality.
Shout outs to Lit Graphics LV, baby. He's the one that produces all my flyers, all my promo, everything that you see weekly that goes up that looks so professional is from Jacques City. Major
That's
salute.
Love. So you know my quality game, bro. You know that you know behind the scenes, I be hitting you up going, bro, the people that we're doing for, yo, can you please tell them to send me better stuff so I can represent you better?
Right.
Because that's what I'm all about, quality, right? But the one thing, the most beautiful thing about working for this person and grinding and hustling 24/7, 365, maybe 580, I want to say, is that, because remember, I always got money on the mind. I'm always calculating. What I did learn from the situation is never back down. Know what your worth is. But the one thing that I did learn is experience. Because of that experience, it turned me into an animal, into a beast. You know what? I'm going to show this person that doesn't appreciate me, that I'm about to make this guap. And 2 years later, I had a visual media company with 28 people under me in Connecticut, in Jersey, in New York, in Philly.
Talk that spicy talk.
Bruh.
Talk that spicy talk.
But here's the thing though. It's because of that situation that made me an animal, a beast. So with that being said, talking about the Lehigh Valley, there's a lot of people out there that are really good at what they do. There's a lot of people. I heard people spitting bars on the corner in Brooklyn that could be better than Drake. that could be better than half of these rappers that are mainstream right now that are making millions and millions of dollars. But the problem is that they don't assert themselves to find management. They don't assert themselves to find a person a person that promotes, a person that books. Shout out Nick Eckert, by the way, for me, in my eyes, the best promoter in the Lehigh Valley, hands
There's no
down.
question. There's no question. Above and beyond, you will not get anybody to go harder than Nick when in the promotion game.
Shout out Baby Nine. Shout out Baby Nine, because he is the hardest working when it comes to getting those meetings, getting in front of the people that matter. Shout out Baby Nine. He is the hardest working person in the whole Lehigh Valley when it comes to the hip hop scene. You know what? Not even that. He on his Ludacris. He on his Ice Cube. He on his LL Cool J. He's on Netflix.
Say that.
He's not staying there. This guy has been broadening his horizons for so long, and every single time I see him, he has growth.
Yeah.
So if people could just copy and paste what Baby Nine is doing, if people could just copy and paste what MB Pros is doing, because that's a heavy hitter right there.
Absolutely.
Shout out MB Pros.
Absolutely.
A lot of people don't understand that the people that are making you look and sound good are the people that are behind. They're behind the curtain.
Absolutely.
Shout out to all the producers, videographers, graphic designers, photographers out there that make y'all look good. Because if it wasn't for them, y'all be shooting with your iPhones. But listen, it doesn't matter the quality of the camera. It's the what matters is the quality of the person.
Facts. Like shout outs to the Wizard of Oz, right? Because like this show doesn't move smoothly without her. Period. I can't do all the stuff that I need to do. When I come home from work on a Wednesday morning, the first thing she tells me to do is go get some sleep. I got this.
Listen, that's the person that keeps it pushing when you can't.
Yeah.
And equally, that's the problem. A lot of people don't understand. This is why I'm so upset when people go around saying that, yeah, Shorty got me this and Shorty got me that. I'm looking at you like, bro, are you crazy? How you sound like right? Yo, whose man's is this?
Right.
Why are you working like that? You're supposed to be getting your own. Y'all naming all my guys. You already know what time it is, bro. We real with it. We're not. Listen. You asked me to like. There's so many people that ask me. They're like, yo, B-Jock City. I need you to throw that B-Jock City magic on a flyer for me, and I'm like, $60. And they're like, wait, $60? Other dude charged me $40. I'm like, yeah, bro, you can't buy a Lamborghini with Toyota money either.
I'm not other dude.
I'm not other dude.
That's the reason why you came to me. And my bro had hit me with the best advice back in the day, right? Every feature is not a good feature. Every interview is not a good interview. Every dollar isn't a good dollar. You feel me? I know my worth.
Don't go. Listen, let me tell you something. Don't go to Jack 9. Don't go to Jack 9. Don't go to Josh Ramirez and ask him for a $300 video because you're not going to get it.
No.
You're not going to get it. By the way, shout out to Josh Ramirez, Jack 9. He is my mentor. He is the one that put me onto this game. He's the one that lit that fire under my ass. He said, bro, you are talented. What is wrong with you? You sleeping right now, bro. Wake up. So shout out to Jack 9.
Shout outs to Jack 9. He shot my first video ever in Phillipsburg. He took me aside and like I had hit him on the strength of arms and ad libs. Shout outs to my brothers and said, yo, he'll do your video for you and he'll make it look great. And this Friday, Jack 9 is going to be on Spittin' with Spitter, the extended clip. Shout out to my guys.
I'm a fan. When I tell you, I'm not a fan because I appreciate his work. I'm a fan because I appreciate the person behind the work.
Absolutely.
Because the work doesn't get done if the worker doesn't come to work.
And that's the common denominator of everybody we are discussing. They're all great men.
Absolutely. I listen, when it comes to the music scene no more, actually I'm happy that all of these Lehigh Valley rappers, I'm happy that they brought light to the situation.
Right.
Because if it wasn't for the Lehigh Valley rappers, I wouldn't have said, you know what, screw you guys. I'm gonna start looking for places that do have money, like small businesses.
Right.
I wasn't making money off of them. They didn't care if I ate. The worst thing that ever happened to me was somebody said, yo, I want you to be my photographer, my graphic designer, and my videographer. I said, that's like $150,000 a year, right? He goes, what? I was like, listen, go and check, bro. All the things that I know how to do. And TJ, you already gave my rap sheet in the beginning of the show.
Yeah.
I'm not just the guy that knows how to press a button on a camera. I've taught myself, I've disciplined myself, I've invested in myself to get all quality based products for their convenience. And dude was just like, nah, bro, I'm gonna give you a shout on the gram.
Ooh, ooh, a shout out on Instagram. Ooh,
I was like, no, you wouldn't.
cut the shit, B. Part of my language.
I am an entrepreneur. There's nobody that pays my bills besides me and my work. If you cannot afford for me to buy a month's supply of ramen noodles for my daughters to eat, not let alone me, I'm not for nothing. And this is where it gets real blunt, TJ. You ready?
Real spicy.
I am not going to be a stereotypical spick that these people want me to be.
Right.
I'm not. I am a Latino. I got heart and I work, work, work. And that's what people don't understand. People want the shit to happen now, bro. I don't want nothing to happen now. I want to start building the steps so I can achieve greatness down the road so I can give something to my kids when I die and pass away.
That's it. That's the hit, man.
But we gonna make it. We gonna be all right.
And see, and that's I tell people all the time. Everything's on God's time. None of this is on my time. This is all God's time. I'm just fortunate enough to be here. But with that being said, B Jock City, it's the rapid fire. It's rapid fire time. Erica, what up, Lady E? Who are your top 5 local artists?
Who are my top 5 local artists? In no particular order, because all these guys I appreciate.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, no particular order. I would have to say Godilla.
Okay. Major shout outs to the brother Illa. What?
Illa?
Come on.
I hear his music. It takes me back. It takes me back. That boom back. He on it, bro. The second rapper that I would like to nominate for my top 5 is King Mag.
King Magnetic, another heavyweight.
King Magnetic is honestly, man, for real. I remember Godilla put me on.
Yeah.
And I was just like, yikes. This is wow. This is really, really, really good. And mind you, at that time, I was fresh out of Jersey. I'm from Jersey. I'm from the brick, bro. You hear people, putting out their albums all the time. You listen to, this, that, and the third. But I mean, yikes. He's a force to be reckoned with. So I got Godilla. Let me see. I got Godilla. I got King Mag. Ron G.
Mm-hmm.
Ron G. Not only am I a fan of Ron G, but he, you know what I'm saying? He's a brother, man. I've known him. I've known him since I moved to PA.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Yo, he's the most humble, real dude out there, and that's all love, Ron G. Much love, my guy. You already know.
Yeah, that Uniswap forever. That's what I say. You know what I'm saying? Um, that man, this is tough, bro.
Two more, player. Two
Yeah,
more. This is the rapid fire round, not the slow mo round, player.
nah, man, you gotta understand. I'm still in business. Let me see. So the fourth one would have to be. Actually, you know what? I know it's not really Lehigh Valley, but it's kind of in the Lehigh Valley spectrum. El Sinatra.
Els.
I said it. I said it. I said it.
He will
Whenever,
slap that silly look right off your grin too.
I know that. Listen, and once again, he's a brother too. Like like I fucks with him heavy. Els is a different breed. Els is a different breed. I appreciate his music because whenever I need to clean my room really quick or clean up the house, I put that on, and I get it. If I need to go do a bank robbery, it'll still be playing in my headphones. So he's Els is dope. Yes, he is. Mike, yo, shout out Mickey Blue. And my favorite, I'm gonna say it, my favorite rapper of the whole Lehigh Valley is John Quest.
I can't knock that, bro. John Quest is so done, and I've told it's dope when you can give your people their flowers while they still here to get them. I've told
Absolutely.
John Quest on several occasions, bro, you are super dope, and I can't wait to do a track with you. Here we are. Now,
I've never hold up. I've never worked with an artist that was so diverse.
mm-hmm.
I've never worked with an artist that knew exactly what he wanted and got it. Oh, Nick Eckert.
What up, chiming in. Hey, sit down. Stay scumble.
Stay scumble. I was so mad I didn't think of that. I would have put that right on a t-shirt, but I'm not gonna do that, bro. That's another listen, that's another thing. For all you cats out there that take the work that I've done for you in the past, and then you guys go and recycle it and you don't pay me my dues, just know that in the future, if you ever need anything, because of I've seen people put flyers up that were done in 2015 and they switched the dates and the times by putting an X on MS Paint and reusing graphics. Shout out to you guys.
Hold on.
No, Getz is trying to cause something right here, man. It's
not because check this out. Everybody has been asking me what my list is, right? And I'll tell you like this. Guess the General, E. Dot, Winston Davis, Mickey Blue, Sonny Sativa, God Illa, King Magnetic.
Really? Actually, you know what? As my sixth man, as my sixth man, I'm gonna go with somebody that you're gonna go and say, "Oh, ready?"
Mm-hmm.
Sissy Codeine.
Oh yeah, fire, bro. He another one that put me in the booth. Him and Gas locked me in the booth and made me work hard, bro. Made me work hard. Sizzy Codeine. We got, there's so many pioneers of this Lehigh Valley hip hop shit, bro. A1, Adlib, O-Ski, the Rebel Hippies.
People don't understand if we can build something, because I'm a construction worker with mines, bro, with my business. If we can build something where we can take all the top promoters, all the top hip hop artists, anybody, we can create one of the biggest empires just straight out of the Lehigh Valley.
Absolutely.
But the problem is that people's egos get in the way every once in a while, and that's where you start to see that it gets a little saucy, and unfortunately, because everybody's narcissistic with their shit.
Mm-hmm. Hey, real fast, a major shout out to Tristan. You see it, brother. Freedom Union. If you know, you know. Nothing needs to be explained. Family.
I met Tristan at the first MCs for MS, and that's one of the realest. He one of the realest.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, what's in your playlist, Ben?
Listen, that's a very diverse. It's going to be a very diversified. That's exactly what I'd love to, especially for young kids. Benjamin, let's work together. Yo, Mickey Blue. Listen, I already had it in my mind. You and Raymond, bro. You and Ray, I really got to chop it up with y'all. We're gonna build something big. Jersey Boys Unite. You feel me? But 973 all day. Holla at the Boulevard. Holla at the Avenue.
908 though.
I'm not mad. We cousins. We cut from the same cloth. It's just that we in different sections. But what's in my playlist? All right, so I'm a singer. A lot of people don't know this because I haven't really put anything out in 6 years because I've been trying to run 4 businesses, very large businesses, for the past 6 years. So respectfully, I had to decline on something that wasn't as productive as everything else that I've been doing. But I am a Boys to Men fan. I always put on Boys to Men, always. You know, Water Runs Dry and all that stuff. I am also Michael Jacksoned out almost always. Justin Timberlake, always. Bruno Mars, always. Not for nothing, I like Immortal Technique. And the reason why I like Immortal Technique, and also Papoose, but I like Immortal Technique because when I need to dig deep into my soul, Immortal Technique does it for me.
That's it, bro. I love it.
That Dancing with the Devil, oof. But I would say that my top hip hop artists, if I were to have a top 5 for hip hop artists, my top is Nipsey Hussle. Because Nip, it's not just his music that did it for me. It's his testimony behind it.
Absolutely.
Because a lot of people could talk the talk, but not a lot of people could walk the walk. Rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle.
Rest in peace. He was building businesses out in Compton to provide for the people out there.
I want to hear it, Gets. Stop playing with us, bro. I want to hear it.
The last thing you want to do is put a battery in that man's back, good sir.
Do it. We need to switch it up, bro, because a lot of these boys out here, they ain't about them bars that they spitting. Because if you ain't making money off of your music, you really shouldn't be making music. If you're going to be wasting time, if you're going to be wasting your life, remember that's one of the things that you can never get back is time. Never. I'm 36
time
years
is
old.
undefeated, bro.
Listen, I'm 36 years old. I'm trying to retire by the time I'm 45. And
bro,
you know what's funny? TJ? I'm going to do it.
I believe you. Now, as we wind down this episode and we get in there, right? Is there anything you want to ask me, player?
All right. Number 1, because I know that when I was young, I came to you for advice.
Okay.
There's another person that I went to advice for. Shout out Big Bam.
Bam. Shout out Bam. Shout out Uncle Bam. Uncle Bam is another one that helped me hone my skills. We used to be in the barber shop there on 2nd Street around the corner in the cut by Puffs late at night just working on bars, bro.
Bam actually was one of the first people that said, "Yo, you got a camera? Shoot me some videos," and I did. So shout out Bam because Bam believed in me. He believed in the work ethic, and you know what? It actually paid off. So check out Big Bam's videos and stuff like that. Show him love because I know that he works hard too. So show him love. But The one thing I want to ask you, TJ,
Yeah.
in your life, in the experiences that you have gone through, what are your top three things that you would tell a struggling teen? Meaning struggling, meaning they don't got a father. They trying to make something better of themselves, or they're trying to just be a better person all around. What do you say to a youth that's in need?
I tell all my kids like this, whether it's my children, whether it's kids that I coach, whether it's just the kids in the street that hit me for advice, you have to always remain coachable in any
Right,
aspect of your life. You have to be able to be taught without being hurt over what's being taught to you. You have to stay open-minded, right? And you have to accept constructive criticism. Constructive criticism is not hate. If I love you, I'm not going to tell you something that's going to hurt you. I'm going to try to put you in a better position, right? And the
right,
last thing is don't leave before the miracle happens. People are so
cool.
people are so stuck in instant gratification mode that if they don't get the results right away, they'll abandon ship, right?
Right,
Don't don't leave before the miracle happens, because if I left before the miracle happened, I would have been dead already.
right. Going back, the Mr. Schlesinger, the other advice that he gave me, which was a huge impact on my life. It would, I mean, this is crucial. Everybody, get a pen and a paper out and write this down. Ready? Just because they're related to you doesn't mean they're family.
Exactly. And my wife, Jack, Mrs. Spitter just said it the best. TJ's answer to everything is, did you pray about it? I can't do anything without God. God's first and foremost, right? Like if it doesn't sit well in my spirit, I can't do it. And then I take it directly to the boss. And she never gets, she loved me unconditionally and never wants to see me fail, so she doesn't give me bad advice. It may not be the advice that I want to hear. It may not be the advice that I like. It may not be something that I want to do. But I know it's coming from a place of love, right? Just like God's timing and God's plan for me. It may not be what I like. It may not be what I want to sit in. I may not want to sit in this storm, but I know God's got a plan.
2020 has been so crazy, bro.
Wow.
So crazy. So crazy, bro. For so many people. And people ask me, yo, Jock, yo, Big Jock. Because, my brother Jock, Brian Daniels, salute to my little brother, man. I love him to death, bro. They be asking me, Big Jock, 2020 has been so crazy. Yo, how you coping? God.
Now my
Yo,
brother,
you still doing good with business? What's keeping you straight, bro? God.
Now my brother just had commented, Big Albowski, right? And this is something that one of our brothers had passed, and I have his memorial tattooed to my chest. And something that we took from him was, life isn't a dress rehearsal.
Absolutely.
You don't get any redos in this. You know what I mean? And we'll quote Muhammad Ali when I say, you can't count time, you have to make time count.
Absolutely.
So what's your last question for me, man? Before we wrap this up.
Last question for you, TJ, would be this. From humble beginnings, because I know you have humble beginnings, my bro. And that's why I come to you for a lot of things, because wisdom is always going to be worth more than knowledge to me.
Right.
Okay. How? Because I remember, man, where you were in a very vulnerable state in your life, and bro, how'd you do it, bro? How'd you do it? How do you get from How do you get from being in a vulnerable state to now being the man that you are, husband, father, mentor, OG, big bro? Talk about it.
Um, and I hate but let me gather my thoughts when I say like this. And this isn't to scare or shock anybody or anything like that. But in 2000 and like in the early 2000s, I was deep in my addiction and I wanted to die and I was very suicidal. You know, I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. And I got to my end of my road and I was withdrawing from all the drugs that I was on. And I did not have a relationship with God at the time. But I was praying, right? There were foxhole prayers. I was praying, like, if you get me out of this one last time. And what it came down to was I was praying to God. I just wanted a good night's sleep, right? And like 3-4 days into my addiction, I caught a good night's sleep. And now I know it's the Holy Spirit, right? But like back then I thought I was just hearing things. And it was, you know, you're getting a second opportunity now. You can't jeopardize it. You can no longer play Russian roulette with your life. Right? And I started, like I said in a previous episode, I started this path of recovery and this fellowship. And it's funny how, you know, things bring you to God, but ultimately God brings you to things, right? Because my man upstairs is making miracles look like coincidences at this point. And I surrounded myself with a great support team. My family keeps that battery in my back. It keeps me pushing. So how I do it is every day, you know, I may drop the ball, but I pray. Every day I may not be the best husband or father or man, but I pray. You know, and I know God got me. No matter what happens, I know God got me. No matter what the situation, no matter what the storm, no matter where I'm at in my life, I know God got me. And so I just refuse to pack it up and quit because like the blessings have been wilder than I could have ever anticipated.
Like I said, bro, I've seen that growth. I respected the gangster in you, bro. I respected the hood TJ.
But check this out, not to cut you off. That was just a facade. That was a defense mechanism. The hood TJ, the gangster TJ, the aggressive TJ, the tough guy TJ. I was never a tough guy. I was just a little boy that wanted to be loved. But I've been hurt so much that I'm going to put up these defense mechanisms and these walls and not let anybody get close.
I had the same. I had the same thing. And at the end of the day, you and I could agree. Because, like I said, it's one of them things that we from the hood, bro. We were given circumstances in our life that even men that grow into their 40s, 50s, they never seen.
Right.
My boy, I was diagnosed with PTSD because at the age of 14 years old, I saw one of my boys get shot in the head, and I held him until the ambulance came. And they took him to St. Joe's in Patterson. And I didn't even know that half of his head was blown off because he was still looking me in my eyes. It's stuff like that we've seen in our past that go, God can't be real. God can't be real. You don't understand what I've seen. And to all the young people out there, even to the not even the young people, screw that, bro. To anybody that's going through something in their life right now, I'm telling you right now that God has the solutions, no matter what it is. When it comes to business, when it comes to music, God is the eternal glue that keeps us right. You know what I'm saying? So, and then I saw you a couple years ago, TJ, and you were more faith-based. You were a more faith-based person, and I saw the spirit change in you, and that's why now I can say that our friendship, our relationship is solidified due to the fact that regardless of whatever the hell is going on outside of our four walls, I know that I got you and you got me.
Absolutely.
And that's how it's gonna end.
Absolutely. And check this out. Before we go, right, I just want to give a brief moment of silence for my cousin that had passed away. You know, my family lost a good one, and we're going to continue to fight. And I know God is going to provide his healing in our time of grief and mourning. So with that, let me get a moment of silence, please, for my cousin Kyle. Thank you. With that being said, this is Spittin' with Spitter. Josh Ramirez will be in the building on Friday, 12 noon, extended clip. We just got done interviewing Jacques City. We do nothing but keep it live and real. Spittin' with Spitter. We in the building, and now we out. We signing off. My guy.
I show you that playtime is over. I let the games begin. Salute me, soldier. Now I'm the captain, and all I do is win. Ball for ball, you know I'm the champion. I show